What's good, YouTube? It's Boy Joe. We are here with GBA Week 7 going against Playmore Esports and their very scary squadron. The team matchup should pop up in 3, 2, 1. Whoop, there's the matchup. So they have a very scary captain. They only have one captain, but it's all they need. They have Terra Dark and Terra Flying Roaring Moon, which is just super scary thanks to Roaring Moon having access to acrobatics, so Terra Flying can hit like a truck along with choice band sets and then booster energy sets with DD. So it's just a very scary mon, and just overall it's kind of difficult for my team to deal with if we do not play around it correctly. Then they have Heatran, Appleton, the Doggy, the Dash Button, the Samurai H, the Torkoal, the Glamora, the Slitherwing, the Kilowattrel, Miss Magius, and Sandaconda. So they have a very scary team, very annoying team as well, thanks to all the hazards they have in Heatran, Samurai, and Glamora. And then they have two great things of removal being Torkoal and Glamora as well. And then two mods that hit super hard thanks to Photosynthesis from the Sun Boost. Shout out to Torkoal. So overall, very scary team, but without further ado, we're going to get into what we are bringing. We are bringing Crikey, the Terra Captain, with Terra Fairy, Torch Song, Earth Power, Slack Off, and Yawn. Torch Song and Earth Power, I feel, is pretty perfect coverage for the whole team, because Torch Song can hit quite a bit of things, and the things that it can't hit, we can just Earth Power it. Of course, they have a fantastic wall and immunity to Crikey, being the Dash Button, because it does have a well-baked body, which makes it immune to fire type moves and also gives it defense boost. So that's why we are running Yawn this week, because we can't really touch the dog. Earth Power doesn't really do all that much to the dog, depending, especially if they're like a Spadef type of set. So Yawn is there to kind of like phase it out, and then Torch Song, Earth Power can kind of run through the rest of the team. Appleton is a little bit different, but they might be scared of Terra Blast, because I did want to run like a Flame Charge type of set this week and try to make Skeletor Sweeper, because I feel like Terra Fairy with Terra Blast, Earth Power, and Torch Song is a perfect coverage for their whole team. But I felt like Dirge also needed to help deal with the Roaring Moon. So we're just fully Fizz Def this week, because they also could be like Ironhead or whatnot, and they could also be like Choice Band or something, because they have been enjoying Choice Band sets as well and booster sets. So it's just very scary. Roaring Moon, we have no clue what it's gonna be, but we know it's gonna be a threat. But next up, we do have Bosco the Urshifu with no item this week. We have Swords Dance, Surging Strikes, Acrobatics, and Trailblaze. This mon kind of just cleans house, because dual stabs look, not even dual stabs, Surging Strikes alone looks fantastic. Acrobatics is nice for the Slitherwing, which they could have as the check, or they could bring Appleton as the check as well. So Acrobatics can hit those two things perfectly fine. And then Trailblaze, if we want to, do some speed boosting shenanigans, we can, after one Trailblaze, we outspeed the whole team, barring any Scarfers, like a Scarf Miss Magius, Scarf Roaring Moon, which I severely doubt, or Scarf Kilowattrel. So that's great. I think Urshifu's going to be able to put in some work if we could position it correctly. So I'm looking forward to Urshifu with no item putting in the finest of work. I could have been a barrier or something, but I didn't want to rely on my acrobatics being stronger, because we might not be in a position for it to proc. So I just wanted to go no item, because it didn't really need it, and get the stronger acrobatics damage off. Next up, we have It's a Phase with leftovers, Volt Switch, Earth Power, Power Gem, and Spikes. Spikes looks phenomenal against this team. Of course, they do have a lot of removal options, but so we also have a fantastic spin blocker in Skeledirge if their spinner is Torkoal. If their spinner is Glamora, we also have potential like things that like they can't really safely spin on SFAs, and we are faster than Glim. So if they do want to spin on us, they're going to risk the biscuit for sure. But we should be able to maybe potentially keep a spike up, I think, no problem. So I think that's pretty cool. We're just standard speed with a little bit of offense and then a lot of HP. This is also our Kilowattrel wall, because Kilowattrel's dual stabs are very annoying as well, because Volt Switch is free. And then, granted, they also have access to U-turn, so they could just U-turn on me once I bring it in. But hopefully we're able to get a spike or two up and get a lot of chip damage, because that will come into play for rolls. Next up, we do have Kelp Me with Black Sludge with Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Hydro Pump, and T-Spike. If they don't bring the Glamora, T-Spike looks kind of free. Or if it's a late game situation where we got rid of the Glamora, we can get up a Spike and kind of chip the team down that way could be also great as well. Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Hydro Pump is literally perfect coverage for their whole team. Their only Sludge Bomb switch-ins are Heatran and Glimmora, which are both weak to Hydro Pump, which is fantastic. And then we could drop Dracos once Heatran is gone pretty freely, because they have the fairy type in Dash Bomb, but it's a risky, it's like a 50-50 if I click Draco or Sludge Bomb, depending on what they want to do. So they would have to make that play, but we could safely click Draco. We are Spadef to help deal with the Glim, the Heatran, the Miss Magius, and the Kilowattrel as well. So just a bulky overall set, and we have a little bit of Spatak to hit a little bit harder with the Hydro Pump. So I think Dragalge is gonna have its work cut out for it, because it has to do with check a couple of things, but I think it'll be able to take it on. Next up, we have Birdnado with heavy duty booties, Bleak Wind Storm, Focus Blast, Psychic, and Nasty Plot. This thing can get going. If they don't bring the Kilowattrel, we're pretty much in a solid spot. Because then we could get up a Nasty Plot and deal big damage. And even without the Nasty Plot, we should be able to do quite a bit, because Focus Blast hits the Heatran, which I assume would be their check to Birdnado. Granted, they could also bring Kilowattrel as their check, but it's a very frail mon. Granted, it does have Roost, but it still takes a decent amount from like Psychic and whatnot. So we have a little bit of bulk in our spread as well. Not too much. I wanted to be able to kind of tank a Thunderbolt from a Kilowattrel, but I needed way too much bulk. And I wanted some offensive damage and not just be a Spadef wall. So I just opted to be offensive rather than a bulky Torn this week. And then last but not least, we have Monroe. I'm bringing kind of a niche set with Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Substitute, and Disable, because if you look at their team, Shadow Ball is kind of perfect coverage, depending, because I feel like Roaring Moon is going to be the Terra Flying this week. And then I don't think, Samurott could also come, but let me just explain this set. The set is to be kind of like a Heatran setup kind of thing. So we bait the Heatran in, we sub on the turn that they switch into Heatran, we Calm Mind, but then we also disable their Flash Cannon, and then we are able to sub and then keep Calm Minding, and then we are able to spam Shadow Ball essentially. Of course, depending on the team, but I feel like Shadow Ball is pretty free here. I also had Orsphere on the set before, but I kind of went back and forth and I felt like Shadow Ball could be potentially better. So we have Shadow Ball. We have a little bit of bulk. We have a lot of speed, Tau speeds, most things, because it's kind of a, they have base 86, 85, and then they have 81. So we have a little bit of speed, but we might not be able to outspeed everything. And I want to be able to outspeed offensive Heatran as well. So, yeah, it may or may not work. I might just be kicking myself and wish I brought a regular Gardevoir set, but we'll see. I feel like it could work if we can get the niche situation, which I feel like could be easy, because I feel like Heatran is their go-to switch-in for Gardevoir, so I feel like it kind of makes sense. But without further ado, let's get into the battle. Here we are with the battle. We do see some very scary mons. Some mons that didn't come were Samu didn't come, which is great. Granted, they do still have Glimmora, which still gets every freaking hazard in the game. Roaring Moon, of course, Heatran, Slitherwing, Kilowattrel, and Appleton. I figured he could bring Appleton because I feel like it's his best Urshifu check, because looking at his team, he didn't really have the best of switch-ins to it. So I assume that Appleton is here for the Urshifu. Lead wise, I kind of just want to lead Urshifu. Urshifu seems very free. Granted, they could lead Kilowattrel, but we do have Miss a Phase, and we could switch out accordingly, because they would probably bring in Appleton, and then we would probably have to go maybe Gardevoir. We could go Gardevoir on the Appleton potentially, maybe, or even Crikey. But we'll get there when we get there. I think we just lead off with Urshifu. We could see a Kilowattrel lead, which would be a little bit unfortunate, but I think we'll be all right. We're just gonna lead off with Urshifu here. I apologize if you guys hear it in my voice or not, but somehow I got freaking sick, which sucks. So I got the sore throat, the stuffy nose. So if I'm sniffling and whatnot or clearing my throat a lot, that's why. I just hate it. I don't normally get sick that often, which makes it even more frustrating. And I forgot to keep track of this man's team, as I'm just I'm just monologuing about my little sickness. Roaring Moon, Heatran. Yeah, very scary team though, for sure. He did bring the Slitherwing as well, so he might be trying to like overpressure my my Skeledirge with the hard hitters that are Roaring Moon and Slitherwing. And there's no Torkoal, which is kind of dope. Kilowattrel, Buggy comes out. Now we'll see if this is booster or not. Are you booster? We should, I think, potentially be able to just take this thing out. It could be Choice Scarf, but Urshifu to a Slither Wing. If it is, let's say, just offensive, just straight up offensive, like Acrobatics, 100% just bops this thing. So I'm just gonna click Acrobatics here. I'm not gonna overthink it. If they opt to go into Appleton now, then so be it. We might be able to two-shot, depending on their investment, but there's kind of hard withdraw. Unfortunate. I could have just SD'd because we'll get some damage off on Bubby though. I feel like that's Appleton. Yeah, and we could see Rocky Helmet. I assume it could be Rocky Helmet here. We're going to go for Acrobatics. That is a 2 KO. Are they Rocky Helmet? Survey says. Ripen. Ooh, nice little tech. Okay. So it's going to get some health back here. All right, that's cool. That's fire. That's cool. All right, so we're going to get up out of here. We popped this item, which is dope. We can just go hard Burnado here. If they Leech Seed, then so be it. But I'm not going to stay in by any means. I could have just SD'd there, man. SD would have been nuts right there. But Slither Wing is indeed somewhat of a threat. So if I could have snagged the KO on it, I wanted to get it while I could. So we're going to go hard Torn here. There's not really much else to think about because it is an Appleton. If they go for Draco, so be it. If they go for Leech Seed, which I assume could come out here. But we know that they're Citrus Berry and they are Ripen as well. This thing is an Appleton. We're going to make notes. They're going to recycle. Ooh, nice. Okay, so it's Recycle Shenanigans. All right, so you have Recycle and you have a Citrus Berry. So we're just going to put that up in there. It's Recycle Citrus Berry Shenanigans. They could go hard Glamora. They could also go hard Heatran. I kind of just want to go for a Nasty Plot here and say screw it. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Nasty Plot here because they shouldn't stay in clearly because they are an Appleton. And, you know, Bleak Wind Storm or Hurricane or whatever would still pretty much hurt them a little bit. So I'm just going to Nasty Plot here. I think it's my best play. If they go Kilowattrel, then that is indeed. But in my head, I'm thinking they go Glamora or Heatran. One of the two. They could also be scared of a U-turn because I definitely could U-turn. But I'm going to Nasty Plot here. See what their switch in is. If it's Kilowattrel, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. And Nell, I don't know who that is. Who are you? It is the Kilo. Okay. So Kilo comes in. Mad unfortunate. Mad unfortunate. Should have just got damage on this thing. Would have been better. I thought they would go Heatran or the Glim. We're going to go on to Issaphase here. Now we're going to be a little bit in the cycle. Man, I probably should just had opted for U-turn on this thing. Got a little bit greedy with Nasty Plot. Because there's a 50-50 chance they brought Kilowattrel or not. I didn't know if they would opt to bring it or not with the mons that they have on their team. Because they have a lot of threatening mons, a lot of scary mons if you did see them in the team builder. So it's kind of hard to pick a 6. Especially when they could, like, Samu can always just come and just be a suicide lead. I assume we see a U-turn here, not a Volt Switch. If they do Volt Switch, that's kind of nutty, but I doubt it. So I assume we see a U-turn, if anything. Yeah, there's a U-turn. You know what? I should have just stayed in. Should have just stayed in. Should have just stayed in and called it. I mean, come on. Come on, just do it. Just do it. Appleton probably comes out here. If I had to guess, we'll just go Torn again. Every time, and we could just Volt Switch on the odd chance they do go into Kilo, and then they'll Kaido is going to be this thing. Okay, so this big boy is in. Do we see? No, we don't see booster. I don't know what this thing is. It's a threat. That's for dang sure. It is indeed a threat. They could DD. I can't go hard Dirge. They could be banded. But I can't go hard Dirge. I feel like I have to go into Burnado. And yeah, I think I have to go into Burnado here because I haven't Terra Dirged. So I have to go into Burnado here. They don't, I mean, they do have hazards. They definitely have hazards, but they don't have them up, which is the more important thing. So that's great. So the moon is in. The moon is now. We could see a DD or we could just see damage. Let's see. They have to go for a U-turn. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I assume that's banded. It's looking like some banded damage. I don't think it will do that much. Roaring Moon. Choice Band. I don't think you're adamant. I most definitely think you're jolly. Excuse me. Do they have reason to be jolly, actually? I forget what my speed tiers are. I forget what my speed tiers are on my team. They might be adamant. Yeah, they definitely, they could be. Granted, like Zarude. Magellan. It's going to be this thing. What sucks is they have enough chip, because I could live a power gem. They could also be Scarf. They have to go U and like hard threaten because they go for a rock move or they get hazards up. So that's, we would probably just get up our own spike here. But I assume they either get up hazards or they go for a rock move. They go for toxic, which is a little bit annoying, but we're going to get up our hazards now. which is great because this is their removal, but they don't want this thing to get EP'd. So, and they didn't bring Torkoal, so, and it's also toxic, which blows. So that means it's probably corrosion. We could also see a protect here if it is like corrosion toxic shenanigans. So we could see a protect, but it won't matter in the grand scheme of things because we will just indeed get up a spike. I don't think this thing is air balloon unless I missed it. All right, cool. I was about to say that would suck because I wasn't paying attention, but we're gonna get up a spike here, which is fantastic. Buggy comes out, which is going to indeed be this thing. So that's fine. We're gonna be able to get up a spike up, which is fantastic. Beautiful. I kind of want to go hard dirge here. They could EQ as well though, so that is the thing. They could also just U-turn. They could definitely keep us in the cycle. The good thing is, I still don't know if this thing is Scarf. This thing could be Scarf. And do I want to take? I also don't want to take a first impression either. So I'm just gonna skedaddle up on out of here. And so as right now we're kind of in a battle for footing. I think if I had SD turn 1, that would have been fantastic because this Appleton would be gone. And they didn't bring Dashman, which is interesting because I thought it was a pretty good dirge answer, but they did not opt to bring it. Granted, they could be like air balloon Heatran, which would kind of throw a wrench in my plans because then Skeletors quite literally can't touch it, which is a bit annoying, but so be it. So yeah. So we'll see what they want to go into here. It could be the Kilowattrel. I mean, I assume it's the Kilowattrel because he's putting me in the cycle. He has U-turn on freaking everything. With everything being 3 of his mons, but yeah, let's keep me in the cycle. Keeping me in the cycle. Kaido comes out. That is going to be the moon, right? It's going to be the moon. So I assume this thing is banded. Could take us out. I kind of just want to go for Oblique Wind Storm, get damaged. It could be Scarf, potentially. But I don't think Scarf would take us out from this range. But it's looking like it was doing a lot of damage. It's doing a lot of damage. Now, we could go for Focus Blast. We could also... We're at 121. Probably should have took the opportunity to go... Let me just get damage here. Oh, they're going to withdraw. Okay, cool. Cool, interesting. All right, so what are they trying to do here? Enel is going to be... Interesting, okay. We're going to go for Oblique Wind Storm here. So that's cool. Interesting. Not too sure what that play was. Part of me wants to go... Because the thing is, if I switch, it just keeps bringing in the moon. And moon is annoying. Like, moon is so annoying. it's very annoying. Help me, we need to save that thing. Because it looks pretty solid here, honestly. We're going to just go into you. They could go for a U-turn again. They could also, like, because I could stay in. But I'm not taking a T-Bolt. I'm most definitely not taking a T-Bolt. Like Wakan was right here, like would look great here, but I was so scared of so many hazards coming up this game. I just opted for boots. They're gonna opt to Hurricane. Nice. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be able to eat that. Granted, we are gonna have to. Ooh, let me get the confusion. That's mad unfortunate. That's super duper unfortunate. You hate to see a confused little Sandy Shocks. Homie doesn't know if he's sand or not. But we could get up another spike here. I could also just opt to Power Gem, but I feel like another spike could go a long way. Like, I really feel like another spike could go a long way, and I don't think they have any business staying in. I mean, surely they know I have Power Gem. Surely. Yeah, so they opt to U-turn here. That's fine. I could have opted to Volt Switch, which would have been cool, but I feel like hazards just go a long way here, considering that the removal is Gamora. And they might not have Mortal Spin. They might not. Like, they might not. That's just wishful thinking. But, I mean, because then it would just be Toxic, Mortal Spin, what, Dual Stab maybe? Would Dual Stab be able to hit it would be able to hit the majority of my team, yeah. Pretty much. But, yeah, it's their only removal mon, and if they don't have Mortal Spin, then they have no removal mons, which is fantastic here. So I'm just going to have to get up another layer of spikes, which is cool. Granted, I hate that Sandy Shocks is getting so whittled down. What could, like... Between the Toxic and whatever else, it kind of sucks. But Buggy's going to come out. Could have Volt Switched, but that's fine. Oh, this thing is Boots. Oh, it's not Boots. Never mind. It didn't take a spike last time. I'm silly. Oh, please don't hit yourself. Please. Please don't do it. Don't do it to me. Please. Thank you. Cool. Nice. Cool. Nice. Cool. All right. So we're going to be able to get some lefties back, even though it's going to get negated by this Toxic chip, which is mad unfortunate. Mad unfortunate. We probably see a U-turn here. I thought this thing was boots for a second, but it's not. We're gonna go hard torn. Actually, maybe I should probably went Dirge there. Dirge probably would have been the better play, because I just need to Terra Fairy. That way we can switch into Roaring Moon more reliably. Wait, it does get Iron Head though. Totally blanked on that. Totally blanked on that in prep. Oh my goodness, it gets Iron Head. I forgot. yo, I forgot. Holy moly. That's a little bit problematic. Just a smidge. They're gonna have to Flare Blitz here. Okay, so it's gonna tickle. Does indeed tickle. They're gonna get damaged by the recoil. That took us down from full to 65. So we are now at, that is 60%. What is this? Slitherwing. Are you choice banded? I don't think so. Choice band. How much does a Flare Blitz do? We just gotta calc this to know what this thing is. Flare Blitz would have done way more. So Adamant. It could be Adamant with could be Adamant and got like a regular roll. Could be Adamant for sure. Definitely offensive. I don't know if it's Scarf or not. Kind of getting Scarf vibes, but I'm not too sure. What would they go into here? The Sandy. I mean, I could make a mid-ground play and go into Skeledirge on the chance that they go into Kilowattrel. I think that would be a pretty whatchamacallit play, because I don't think they stay unless they are Scarf. Dragalge. I just need to see how much this would take. It would kind of bounce off, so I think I'm just gonna go into Kelp Me here. As a somewhat of a mid-ground play, because they could opt to withdraw here, and if they do, we know it's not Scarf because we switched out first. What do they have to go for? Okay, cool. So I assume the Kilowattrel comes out, if I had to guess. Yeah, all right, perfect. All right, that was a good little play. Good job, cool. Now we can just fire off we could go for Sludge Bomb. We could also get up T-Spikes. Would they go hard Heatran? If they go hard Heatran, so be it, right? Or would they go into Glimora? They don't go Appleton. I don't think they go hard Moon. It's either Glimora or Heatran are the two things that come out here. And if that's the case, I feel like Hydro is my best play. I feel like Hydro is indeed my best play. Alright, so they're gonna U-turn here. We're gonna show them that we are indeed whatchamacallit. So we know this thing has U-turn. I haven't been keeping notes of it. We know this thing has U-turn. We know whatchamacallit has Flare Blitz. We also know it has U-turn as well. We also know that Kilowattrel has Hurricane. We know that Roaring Moon has U-turn. Glimora has Toxic. Whew, we're making notes. All right, that's got to be Heatran. All right, cool. So we're gonna make two layers of whatchamacallit. This thing is arching its back like crazy. So we're gonna Hydro Pump here, get a good read. Very good play. All right, nice. Big damage. That's what you love to see. If it's physical Heatran, then it got me good. I'm just gonna go for another Hydro Pump here. No reason to even like think about it, because literally Dragalge is here for the Heatran, because I didn't have the best of switch-ins to it otherwise, aside from like Dirge, but like I kind of didn't want to assign that task to Dirge, especially because its Spidef isn't the greatest. I mean, it has a solid Spidef. I mean, it definitely takes hits better than it should for sure, but I just didn't want to assign that duty to Skeledirge this game. I just didn't feel like it made the most sense. But they can withdraw here, but it wouldn't matter what they go into, because if they go in, I mean, they could go into Moon, if anything. That's where Focus Blast would have been nice over Hydro Pump in a situation like this, because then I can just click it, and not really care. But I'm just gonna go for another Hydro Pump again, and if they go into Moon, then they have to take Pump plus 2 spikes, so I'm fine with that. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm okay with that. They're gonna have to get up Stealth Rocks, which is annoying. I mean, it's not the worst. It's literally not the worst thing. Can we just, come on, Dragalge, do the thing. Nice. Landing 2 Hydro Pumps. We have eyes. So we have Stealth Rock up. I'm not going to forget that. I'm just going to put it in this Heatran's thing so I don't forget. This Heatran is dead, which is fantastic. Looking good. I'm going to eat a grape because I had a grape. I have a grape. We're going to eat a grape. Delicious grape. I love like good like purple like grapes that aren't like overly sweet, but like they have a little bit of a sourness in them. They're like sweet and sour. So part of me wants to sack off Issaphase, because I don't necessarily want to lose Birdnado. Part Part of me wants to sack off Issa Phase because I feel like at this point in the game, like it's nice for Kilowattrel to not spam electric move, but I mean we do have Dragalge, which can easily eat any hit that Kilowattrel wants to throw out, and it's just been U-turning anyway, so it would literally be doing the same thing. I feel like going Issa Phase here makes sense. Sucks that we'd have to sack it, but I also want to be able to safely bring in Torn, and that because I don't, or even bring in Crikey. I think that would be my play here. I think that would be my play here, right? I think that's my play. If they U-turn, then they U-turn. Because then they just go out into Appleton, probably. Appleton or Slitherwing, if I had to guess. But we know that Slitherwing is not... so they're going to opt to Terra now. Okay, makes sense. I assume it's Terra Flying, if I had to guess? Terra Flying or is it Terra Dark? It's Terra Dark. Okay, so Terra... It is Terra Dark. We're not going to forget that. We're going to make note of that right now. Terra Dark. All right, what do you go for, sir? Crunch. Okay. So Crunch comes off. Now, I could go Gardevoir or Bait and Bait. Oh wait, the Gardevoir set is useless. Actually, it's actually useless because we killed the Heatran. Oh no. Oh no. We just go hard Dirge here, I guess, right? Because what do you go on me? You go hard Dirge. It is Dirge time. I assume you're banded. I really do. We're gonna terrestrialize here. And I want to make a Torch Song for free. Could also Earth Power. Ooh, do I want to make that play? Because you don't go. Ooh, would they go Kilowattrel? They could go Kilowattrel to like sack it off, which would be a play. I feel like they go hard Glamora. I really do. I want to yawn, but I feel like they go hard Glamora, and I think this thing is banded or something. I'm gonna Earth Power. I don't think they stay in. Cool. Show me the Glamora, please. Show me the Glamora. I think I'm gonna go Glamora. That's Glamora, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh baby, we're goated! We're goated! And if it has any potential sash, oh baby, yes sir, we're making reads. I got a textbook in front of me, we're making reads. But this thing should just drop. This thing should drop. It should just drop. Come on. Come on, it should just drop. You just drop. Earth Power coming off. This thing should be dead. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. No more toxic shenanigans and no more removal. They have no removal. We got 2 spikes up. They do have rocks up, but that's fine. That's literally fine. Oh, baby, we're making reads. We're making reads. All right, cool. So what we can do is, I assume Kilowattrel comes out or Moon. Because if it's Moon, I mean, they can't go Moon because they don't kill me with Iron Head. I wish I had Terra Blast now. I don't have it. I have Yawn because I thought they were going to bring the dog, which to me was a very solid check because I can't click Torch Song and I don't do enough to dash button to warrant anything and they could like Yawn me. So I brought Yawn to phase them out. We're going to get out of here because I kind of have to. I could stay in, but it just makes... Actually, I'm going to go hard guard. I don't need this thing anymore. I'm just going to hard guard. Yeah, I'm going to go hard guard. I don't need guard anymore. Because guards was like worthless here. Like if I had a regular guard, like a choice guard, actually would go nuts right here because Moonblast is free. Like I just clicked Moonblast. Kind of wish I did that instead of trying to be fancy. Sometimes they're hit or miss. I thought this set could put in work, but unfortunately it looks like it's not going to. I wish if I just had like a regular guard set. They're gonna Hurricane, but they're gonna opt to miss. I do apologize for that. Hold up now. How much does Hurricane do? Because if you're offensive, a Gardevoir to a Kilowattrel. You're offensive. I'm just curious. Hurricane does 44 to 52. We could get 1 sub up and maybe get up a Calm Mind. Maybe. I'm gonna sub. Going to sub. I feel like they have no choice but to click Hurricane again. They could U-turn. But then it's just like into what? Because you don't know what I have. Yeah, regular guard would have been fantastic here. Who would have thought that the 2 things stopping guard would go down first? Not me. Not me. Because Moonblast goes stupid here. That's probably what my opponent thinks, but I don't have it because I'm just a silly goose. Not a silly goose, but you know, sometimes niche sets work, sometimes they don't. Oh, excuse me. Are they gonna withdraw? We get a free sub. Cool. We might be able to do something. Buggy, dude. Oh my. Oh, I'm so upset. We're gonna sub here. Dude, like, I kid you not. We just need Moonblast. Oh my gosh. That's pain. That is so much pain. I just should have just bought regular guard. Scarf guard. Moonblast would finish this team right now. Goodness gracious. Go for Shadow Ball. Might as well get as much. Oh, we have speed. I'm pretty sure this thing is what, base 81? Yeah, so what are they like running no speed, or are they like Spadef? Where are they gonna go for here? U-turn, okay. Okay. Oh man, I wish I had Moonblast. I really wish I had Moonblast. I kid you not. I wish I did. Oh my goodness. This thing comes out, it's gonna take more chip, which is great. We're gonna get lefties back. Pretty sure we definitely died to a crunch. Let's hold up. Let's see the damage. Gardevoir to a, what is this thing? Roaring Moon. And you are, let's say you're just Dragon Dance with no booster. Oh wait, no, there's no way. Like, I wouldn't be able to see if it was banded or not. There's no way I would be able to. Jolly, Dark. If we're at 128, would it kill? Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to check if this thing is banded or not. We just go for a disable on the objects that we live, because I feel like they're locked in. We go for Iron Head here. Okay, guard goes down. All right, so this thing is definitely banded. I'm like 99.9% sure. I'm like a Germex model, bro. I'm pretty sure it's banded. Like, I'm pretty sure. That's why I want to go Urshifu here. I'm pretty sure they're banded. Wait, how much does Torn do? Because we might be able to just take this thing out actually from the range it's at and not even risk. Roaring Moon, Bleak. Oh, we could go for Focus Blast. Part of me really wants to go Urshifu. But if I set up in this thing's face, what does that do? It doesn't really do much. Because if I set up and they go and they make the play in the Kilowattrel, which would be crazy, then I'm in a bad spot. Not in a bad spot, but I'm just in a spot where I have to sack another mon. Where like I just go for Bleakwind Storm here. I'm gonna go into you. Actually, what I will do is I'll go on to Dragalge now to try to get ahead of it. Right, because I can click Sludge Bomb for free. Sludge Bomb is super free. I'm going to get out of here. And I really think they're banning and they don't stay in. They don't. Could they go Slitherwing? Yes. Oh, there we go. Maybe I do because I feel like they could go Kilowattrel. They go Kilowattrel here, or they just go Appleton. If they go Appleton, it's not the worst thing in the world because I can just KO it with Dragalge. I need Dragalge. Oh god, this is so annoying. Wait, what is in right now? Oh shit, I meant to go Torn. I'm dumb. I meant to go Torn. I'm gonna go for Acro. I'm gonna go for an Acro because they could go Slither or they could go whatchamacallit. Bubby. Is that Bubby or is that Buggy? No, it's Bubby and Buggy. It's Bubby and Buggy. Bubby and Buggy. I meant to go Torn to force out the Kilowattrel, but I blanked. I had Urshifu on the mind and I just clicked it. Is that gonna be... Is it gonna be in range still? Ugh, no. Gross. Gross. We go Torn here. We go Torn here, and then we go into Dragalge. If they withdraw here, I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like that's... I mean, they could read it into... Because I've been going Torn every time. I mean, so they could. But, I meant to go Torn. I was thinking, and I already clicked it. I was like, I meant to go Torn on the thing to force in the Kilowattrel. That way I could make the double into Dragalge. But I was like, I don't know why I clicked Urshifu. I just like autopilot. I just clicked autopilot. All right, so now what we do, they can't recycle on me right now. They can't. They just can't. I'm gonna go into you. They don't go Hard Moon. What's the best part is if we get rid of Kilowattrel, Torn can just win. Because yeah, we just gotta get rid of Kilowattrel, because then Torn wins. Because Roaring Moon would be in range of a Bleak Wind Storm. Slitherwing dies to a Bleak Wind Storm. Appleton doesn't want. I mean, it could probably take a Bleak Wind Storm, but it doesn't want to. So we're in a good spot. I really wish I had went into Torn prior, but we're still in a decent position. If they opt to go out into Slitherwing here to like sack it off, I feel like you don't. I mean, you outspeed with Kilowattrel. You can just go hard Kilowattrel. I feel like you just do that, right? Surely. Am I tweaking? This is almost a 30-minute battle. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be in pain when I edit. I'm gonna be in so much pain. All right, what do you do here, sir? They're gonna draw. Do we see the Kilo, or do you go Slither? Show me the Kilo. An L, Buggy. Good play. Good play, sir. All right, so I mean, they could go for EQ. I don't fear this thing stabs. The only problem is like EQ, right? Because they could have EQ. They most definitely could have EQ. So I'm just gonna go into Burnado here and eat any one hit. Because they might not have EQ, but I don't know that. I most definitely don't know that. And Appleton also has Giga Drain. I don't know if recycle only works on the when you're in, or can you like come back in and click recycle and get the berry again. I thought it was only like when you consume it, you have to like click recycle right after it. I might be tweaking though. I'm a little bit rusty on the recycle mechanics because I'm not a recycler in Mons. Of course I recycle in real life. Make sure to recycle in real life. You know, care about the earth, care about where we live. Anyways, random sidebar. They could go for EQ if they have it. Hopefully they like click it and we got him. Did we get him? Survey says we got him. Cool. Nice. So now we just go for a psychic. Because yeah, cool. So we just psychic here. This thing is gonna go down. Buggy is down and out. Fantastic. Cool. Because if I took damage on Dragalge, then the game just gets infinitely harder because Kilowattrel is somewhat of a threat and now comes out. I think this is where I make the play. Wait, no. Torn can win. Because if I lose this thing, what happens? I don't outspeed anything. Looking like a bad time. Dragalge isn't as, I mean, like I want to make the play. If I could live a T-Bolt, I would make the play 100%, but I don't know if I can. Tornadoes to a Kilowattrel, because if it's offensive, then it's just Thunderbolt. Just Thunderbolt KO. Thunderbolt, we do indeed die because we're at 149. We do die. Like, the only downside is, I think I have to. Like, I want to make the play really bad, but if I lose Torn, the game gets a little bit dicey because I don't have anything that outspeeds the moon. I might be tweaking though. Do they go for a T-Bolt or do they go for a U-turn? They go for T-Bolt. Ooh, okay. We made a play. Cool. So now we're just gonna go for Sludge Bomb because it's free. Nice. All right, cool. It was a 50-50 because if they turn, they could turn. If they whatchamacallit. I'm gonna go for Sludge Bomb here. Because it's super free. If they say I'm Kilowattrel, that's great. If they go Appleton, that's great. If they go Moon, they die. So, I mean, shoot, Appleton might even die if I'm being honest with you. From the range that is after spikes, Appleton. If you're Spadef, sir, how much do we do? Oh yeah. Oh well, it wouldn't die, but it would be a 2 KO for sure. So I didn't want to go for Draco because I don't feel like at this point I don't need to lower my Spatak. I just go for Sludge Bomb every time. They're up to U-turn here. Something's taking a Sludge Bomb. Something is taking a Sludge Bomb. If they go Moon, it's not living. If they go Moon, the game's over, which would be preferred. That would be much preferred. Like 100% would be preferred. Bubby comes out. This thing shouldn't outspeed me unless they're running a lot of speed. Like it shouldn't. If they're not max Spadef though, they could just die. And they're not. Cool. I mean, they were probably defensive. All right, cool. So Bubby goes down. Bubby goes down. They go Moon here because they have to. I say Dragalge because I have to. If they go for Crunch, we go hard. I mean, we're going to go hard Urshifu regardless. And we just go for Surging Strikes at this point because it would kill the Kilowattrel. It would kill the Moon. They're going to take Spike's Chip. I'm pretty sure this thing is banded. Like I said before, part of me thinks it's Adamant Scarf, but I doubt it. We just go out into Bosco here. And we might be sacking off Bosco. Might not. But if he goes for U-turn, then so be it. Because he would be in, like, because he's not Boots on the Moon, he would be on the losing end if he tries to U-turn cycle me. So like at this point in the game, I'm not worried about that because Moon would just end up dying. And so I'm fine with that because he only has 2 months. So we're looking like a good spot. Urshifu's like, I just always go Urshifu here because they're not Terra Flying. And so they can't be acrobatics because, I mean, they could be acrobatics, but shouldn't be doing a lot of damage, I don't think, because they have an item. So that's cool. And they're Terra Dark. So definitely interesting. I did not expect Terra Dark. I was more so very, very afraid of like booster energy, like acrobatics and Terra Flying and all that stuff because it does a lot of damage. It's just so much damage. So what are they going to go for here? U-turn, Crunch. All right. So is this a 2 KO? Is it? No, I don't think that's a 2 KO. All right. We just click Surging Strikes here. Ooh, I could Trailblaze. Yes. Right? I outspeed Kilowattrel, surely. Let me just make sure I do. +1. Pretty sure we do. I don't know, Kilowattrel's a speed demon. Alright, cool. We just go for Trailblaze here. Yeah. Because they go for Crunch here. We'll find out if this thing is Scarf. We live on 3. Oh, we get a point! We get a point! But I'm pretty sure this thing is banded. We're gonna Trailblaze here. And then that should be game. Because then we just go for Surging Strikes here. Yeah. Yep, okay, it's banded. 100%. I figured. But you know, sometimes just be like, eh. So Moon goes down, and then Kilowattrel should drop to this. So great. Urshifu lived on 3. Got a KO. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Cool. Shout out to the defensive EVs and my boy. Shout out to the defensive EVs and my boy. So now we just go for a Surging Strikes here because this will indeed just drop because it is not Scarf. Yeah, it will just die here. 100%. GG's to Play More Esports. I love what they're doing, all the like content and everything that's going on, especially and their coach is great, and you know, just make sure to go check them out, as well as all the lovely GBA coaches down in the description below. We do get a nice little dub here, which is fantastic. Nice little 4-0 dub. That's fantastic, and I think this is a home game. I hope. Because that'd be great. If this is a home game, this is fantastic. But like I said, if you guys like this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like down below. And then also, if you want more Draft League content and Wi-Fi battles, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. Without further ado, I'm your boy Jay. I'm gonna get up out here and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.